Hi everyone. I hope that you found my overview of BrightSpace helpful or maybe intriguing. So I thought that I would just keep this going as I'm actually creating content for my classes. So I'm just using the Screencastify here to mirror my screen. If you'd like to learn more about Screencastify, send me an email and I can definitely hook that up. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm actually going to add some content. I made a video using Explain Everything for my grade 10 and actually my grade 9 math classes that's relevant for both. So I'm going to go in and upload those to those BrightSpace platforms. So again, I'm logged into my Google account through my school boards, and you can see because I see my awesome, beautiful face here. I also have my SMC DSB bookmarks up here. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to navigate to Student Connect. So as that's loading here, everything is coming up. You can get into your course two ways. So the first way is to scroll down and you should be able to see them on the right-hand side here. The second way, and you might not be able to see those because maybe you haven't pinned them yet, that's okay. You're going to click on the waffle and you're going to find your courses. And remember in that overview video, I taught you how to rename these so that they don't look like this. Okay, so this is not good. And yes, for the people who are mortified, I did teach English in summer school. So here I am. I'm going to navigate to my grade 9 academic math class. And I'm going to do a couple of things here. So please feel free to pause, fast forward, go back and look at what I'm doing so that you can kind of make it your own. So the first thing I'm going to do before I upload any content is in the back of my mind, I'm thinking of a post that I want to use to welcome my students, my grade 9 students, to BrightSpace. So I will also be creating a video, a tutorial for them on how to get on here. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that as well. But so this is where I'm going to put that first post. So this is where my students are going to see the first things. While I'm thinking about that, I actually want to change this background photo. It's kind of cool, but it has nothing to do with math, and that's bothering me. I'm going to scroll through, pick something that I like. You don't need to see my emails. So you can pick any of these things. It puts the most relevant ones first based on kind of like Google Classroom does. I'm going to use this one. Okay, so here we are. Maybe they'll feel more math inclined now. While I'm thinking about that post to make, couple things. So remember I showed you in that overview video how to authorize your Google Apps. I am also going to be going through and showing my students how to do this. So please feel free, if you are actually wanting to take a crack at BrightSpace, you can actually use that video that I'm making. It'll be a YouTube link. I'm posting it on my YouTube channel so that students can go in and kind of see how to use BrightSpace. So right now, I'm viewing this as an instructor. I know that I am because up here it says Sarah Cox. It doesn't say student. If I were to click on this and you wanted to see what it looked like as a student, you can do that. So view as a student. So it says Sarah Cox, but notice now it says as a student. And if I scroll down, it says basically this is what they see. So if I went into content, this is what your students see. Notice that there is no content here yet because I haven't made any yet. So I don't want to look at that anymore. I'm going to press that X. So it's always good to go in and look at your page as a student. A couple of reasons. So first off, I want to make sure that every link that I post works. Second, I have had students, and I'm sure none of you are shocked by this, saying that Mrs. C, I can't see this. So if I view it as a student, I know that they can see it. You can actually go in and view it as specific students as well. That's a different tutorial on its way. So I'm going to create some content here. Okay. Again, notice that there's nothing here yet. All right, mine looks a little bit different than what that student's look like. So nothing here yet. I'm just going to move this bar up to the top. And I'm okay with that. So I'm going to create a new unit. I have been spiraling my math, so this isn't actually a unit. I call it my cycles. This is cycle 2. Okay, it's a little bit of everything. I want to unhide this because I want my students to be able to see this. And in here, so this is my cycle 2. I want to actually add. So I'm going to click this add button, a new lesson. Okay. And I'm going to entitle this new lesson, we are going to be learning about combining like terms. Okay. And down here, I'm going to click save. Okay, in the lower left-hand corner. Again, I want this to be unhidden. Okay, so this is my combining like terms lesson. So for instance, it has the title there, but you'll notice it doesn't have any content yet. So I'm going to add some content. Here's what I love. Everything that I have painstakingly taken time to upload to my Google Drive, because everything is on my Google Drive now. I have nothing on an H drive. I don't have like a glorious USB somewhere. It's all on my Google Drive. So I'm going to click to find the stuff on my Google Drive by clicking Google Drive. Now I've labeled all of my folders. I want to go into here. This is my math folder. I'm going to go into where I've saved it, so into my cycle 2. I have made a folder in my Google Drive now for everything that I'm going to post on BrightSpace. This just kind of streamlines that process a little bit, because if you scroll down, you'll notice that I have a billion things in here. So here it is. So this is my day 1. Here's what I do. I post a copy of the filled in lesson. I will post a blank copy of the lesson, and I will post a blank copy of the work that I want them to do. So here it is. So this is my day 1. I'm going to select this one. Okay, I'm adding in that material, and here it is. So when my students log in here, they can see this lesson. Okay. So this is everything that they can see in here. This is all the overview. I'm going to keep adding my things that I want to add in here. So my Google Drive, I'm going to go back in. In the most recent update, they've done something so that you can't select more than one thing at once. That I've been told by some of the people who work at BrightSpace that it will be fixed. So I'm just selecting everything. It changes the permissions so that students can see all of these files. And like I said, they can print them out if they want to. So here's what this looks like. So this is my blank lesson. This is my blank lesson right here of what we're doing. So students can go in and see this. And one of the other things that I did was I created a video of my lesson using Explain Everything. And there is another link for you to learn how to use this app on your iPad or tablet. Send me an email if you'd like it. I've already made the video, posted it to YouTube. So this is actually in a different file because I'm kind of cheating and using 2 videos for the same class. This is it right here. So I'm going to select this. Okay, so this is combining like terms. This is the first lesson that my students are going to watch. And again, like I said, you can have all of this under that one tab right here. One of the other things that you can do is you can play around with the wording. So you can actually, if I were to go into here, click on this, you can edit this. So you can edit by clicking these 3 dots, edit, and you can change the name. So there's a copy because I made a copy of it. This is day 1. So I want this to look like day 1 like this. And same like this. This is the day 1 worksheet. And then I'm going to rename this so that this is day 1 lesson. Okay. So this is all uploading here. It's going to take a couple of seconds before it uploads. I actually might export this to YouTube so that it's a little bit better in terms of buffering for my students. That's a me thing, so that's up to you. But couple of key things. The first thing is you want to make sure that this is all visible. So these upper left-hand corners here should all be clicked so that they're a check mark. That means that your students can see them. And I'm going to double check by viewing as a student to make sure that they can see these. Okay, so this is me as a student. I'm going to go into content. Oh, look, Mrs. C has posted stuff. I just have to click down, combining like terms. There it all is. So here is my note. Okay, I can print that off if I want to follow along. Here's my worksheet for after. Here's the video that she showed me. And the reason why I think I'm going to post this as a link, just as an FYI, is that students might have to actually download this in order to play it because I've put it in my Google Drive. That's a good thing to put there so that it's there for me, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. Okay, so I'm done looking at this as a student. My content is created. And now I'm going to create a post here. So I'm just going to type out my post, click post, and everything is going to be great. So yeah, this is how you create content. If you have any questions, please let me know.